Alright guys, so here we have the Revlon Colorstay Light Coverage Foundation. I am in the shade 210. I think we will definitely see, but the other two that they sent me, unfortunately, those two are way too light and too on the pinky side. So I think 210 definitely matched me the best. So it does claim to have like a no makeup look. It does help prevent sunburn. So it does carry SPF of 35. It gives us a natural finish, 12-hour wear. They do have 12 shades, buildable coverage, and it evens out our complexion with also hydrating or having our skin really hydrated throughout the entire day. It does run for $13.99. I think I found it at Walgreens, but you can also find it on revlonbeauty.com. All right, guys, so here we have all three swatches. The first one that I swatched was the shade 110. So as you guys can tell, it kind of has like a peachy pink undertone, and you can even tell by the bottle as well that it does have more of a peachy pink. So I definitely don't want to go into that one just because I am a little bit more on the tan side. One right next to it is in the shade 150, which I thought was going to be my shade, which I guess we'll see in just a second. But it kind of looks too pale, right? Like way too light. So that's why I didn't go for this one. And then the last one, of course, is the shade 210, which I think is the one that currently fits me at the moment. These are the only three shades that Revlon Beauty sent over. I think I might have to update my my skin color with them because I felt like these were really light, but maybe for the winter time would be a great fit for me. But anyways, I think that 210 might be the closest, but we'll see in just a second. So when you open up the foundation, it's like a squeeze tube or cap. So you just literally just go like this and the product comes out. I feel like it would be really easy to apply like on your skin, or even if you're using like a brush or a sponge. So I really do love this. All right, so I threw on the tank top just because we can really see, you know, which one, you know, best fits me. So like I said, I think the shade 210 is going to be the best fit for me. I'm gonna go ahead and just apply some on my finger. So there's that one. This is the shade that I think I am, the shade 210. There's only 12 shades in this collection, which I think it's very little, to be honest. I like when brands have more shades, you know, so we can really find our perfect shade, but this is supposed to like just blur into our skin and look very natural. So it's like, you know, you have makeup, but not really. There is the other shade 150, the one that I thought I was going to be. The shade 110 is way too light, like really light, and it has like a peachy pink undertone to it. And I don't like that because once, like, you know, if this does oxidize, like I'm gonna look super like pinky, and I hate when foundations would, you know, look that way, and you can tell right away that this looks more on the pinky side. So I'm definitely gonna just stick to the shade 210. I was gonna go into my primer, but let's really test out this foundation because again, it's supposed to be a no makeup foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna go into two different applications. I'm gonna go into it with a makeup brush. This is from Morphe, their 439 foundation brush, and then the Camo sponge from e.l.f. Cosmetics. And I'm gonna do half and half to kind of see, you know, what the difference is, because I know that a lot of you guys do apply your foundation sometimes with a brush or with a sponge. Lately, I've been really loving using a makeup brush to apply my foundation. I feel like it covers better, and I don't know, you know, I just like it a lot better. And it does claim on the website to make sure that you do shake it before you do apply it. I really do love that this actually has SPF of 35. So like if you're going on vacation somewhere tropical, you have a foundation that is going to protect you from the sun or the sun rays. So I'm just gonna apply it on the skin because it does claim that you can apply it like this. You can also blend it out with your fingers, but I don't like to apply or blend out my foundation with my hands. I just like to use tools. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that sponge and just start to apply it. Ooh. the smell, it's not very pleasant. Okay, so I'm just gonna start to, yeah, do you guys see how light that is? Super light. And I'll be honest, I haven't really been a fan of like Revlon foundations. I just don't know what it is, but I've never really been a fan of them. I've never found like a foundation that's like to die for. I always just go for like Maybelline, L'Oreal, CoverGirl. But Revlon, I just have never, even like growing up when I was like in high school, I just have never found that perfect foundation from that brand that I'm like, oh, like this is bomb. You know what I mean? So it does feel very lightweight. It doesn't feel like tacky or sticky on the skin. It does lay really nicely. The issue that I'm just having is that it's just so light on me. Like I literally look dead. I feel like I like this side a lot better. So perhaps maybe getting one shade a little bit darker than the 210. I can see, you know, my little acne right here, my little imperfections. The nose looks pretty dry. Can you guys see that? So I'm not liking that. So I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna start to apply it right here. And I'm gonna blend this out. Blend this out with the brush. And let's see. I really don't like the smell of it. The smell is not the business. Take it down the neck. All right, you guys, so this is with the brush. I would definitely say that the brush does apply this foundation a lot better on my skin type. I definitely feel like it covered more of my imperfections and my redness than the side with the sponge. But I will say that with the sponge, it does feel less heavier. I can definitely feel like this side feels slightly a little bit more heavier than with using the sponge. So that's just an FYI. Hopefully once I go in with concealer, you know, bronzer, blush, like it all evens out. Thank God I'm not really going anywhere, just pretty much going to Goodwill to drop off some stuff, clean the kitchen, and edit for you guys. And that's pretty much what my day is going to be like. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my entire face, apply some lashes, do my concealer, and then I'll be right back to give you guys my thoughts on that. But I look like Casper the Ghost. All right, guys, so I am back. I just went ahead and finished off my entire face. So I will say that I definitely want to go get a shade that's a little bit darker if I end up liking this foundation. It feels very lightweight. I won't lie about that. It feels very comfortable. It does feel like you have like no foundation on at all whatsoever. I really can't tell the difference because you know how I went in with a brush and then with a sponge. So I can't really, you know, like tell a difference at all now. Like it feels all pretty much even, like the weight and like all that stuff. I would definitely say that I like the brush side maybe a little bit better because I can't see as many imperfections as I can on this side. But again, this foundation does not claim to be super full coverage. It's supposed to be like a no makeup foundation. So I do see though that it does hold on to my dry patches. Like my forehead is a little bit on the dry side, around my nose as well. Like there's like a little bit of dryness around the sides of my nose. But other than that, like it doesn't look too bad. My chin area right here, this looks pretty dry. So overall, even though I am combo to oily, it does kind of feel dry on my face, but it looks pretty. Like it doesn't look ugly. Like I'm not like hating it, you know, where I'm like, okay, I'm over it. You know, at first, yeah, when I was first applying it, I was like, Dios mío, like I look super dead. But now that my bronzer, blush, and all that stuff, like it actually looks pretty. So I'm not completely mad at it. I guess we'll just see how it does hold up throughout the entire day. I'll see you guys in a bit.
7 hours later.
Hey guys, so it is 6:40 p.m. I've had this foundation on for quite some time actually. I'm very impressed on how long I had this on. I wanted to originally take it off like around 5 p.m. but here we are. So I did go out and actually end up doing some errands throughout my day. So this is what the foundation currently looks like. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can definitely get a closer look. First of all, I am very impressed on how like my skin doesn't look super oily Normally when I would wear like Revlon foundations, I tend to get pretty oily within like a couple of hours after wearing it. I'm really impressed on how with this particular foundation, my skin, you know, is dry. But I will say though that it does grab onto your dry patches and it does feel dry on the face. And that's even with me not wearing or applying any primer earlier. Like you guys saw, I went in with absolutely no primer. I went in straight into the foundation. So I don't know, like if I were to go in with the primer, it would make a little bit of a difference, you know, with it being less dry around my nose, the chin area. My forehead actually looks pretty good. I mean, my oils are starting to peek through, but nothing like super out of the ordinary. My cheeks, like this area, still looks pretty matte. Like it doesn't look shiny. I didn't put any highlight in this area. I did wear a mask, so the tip of my nose and around the mouth area has already separated a lot, as you guys can tell. I don't know, I'm gonna leave this one up to you guys. Will I be repurchasing this? Probably not, just because for me, I mean, this was gifted to me by Revlon, but if me personally going back to get a shade darker, like I mentioned to you guys a little bit earlier, I probably won't, just because I feel like it does look dry on my face. But I will say this though, I did get a compliment from one of my friends. She does our taxes, and I went to her house today and she was like, oh, your makeup looks so pretty. And then my husband told me early in the morning, like after I had applied this, he also told me that my makeup looks really nice. So it's not a bad foundation. I will say that it's not like the worst foundation out there, but it just didn't work for me. So maybe for someone who doesn't like to wear too much foundation, then I think you would really enjoy this. Don't expect it to completely cover up your imperfections. I feel like it does work better when you do use a brush. I feel like I got the best coverage when I went in with a brush. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, or if this review did help you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I love you guys so much. Besitos, los quiero. I will see you guys in my next video. Do not forget to like and share and subscribe to my channel before you leave. Bye.